How's it going, guys? Today I wanted to talk about Revelations DLC 4 and what I think the map will look like. Now, we don't know much about it. We know it's gonna probably be the great battle between the Keepers and the Apothicon, but also we'll see the house. We'll probably have the Primus guys there because the staffs are there. So I've just kind of put bits and pieces together and just really thought about it, and I really want this to happen, at least the first part of it. So we're going to start out in the forest that we see in the main menu where the characters are sitting by the campfire, but also in the loading screen. The spawn area is going to be where that camp is, and it's just going to kind of be a medium-sized to small-sized area of the forest. Now you have to make your way forwards over that hill that you always kind of see in the loading screen where that bright light is coming from. You make your way over that, and as you get closer to the light, you realize that the light is actually coming from the windows of the house. You know, the house is right over that hill, because I've always thought the memory videos and in the main menu when they're sitting at the campfire, I've always thought that that is taking place right before the final battle. So they go over the hill and there's the house there. Now the power switch is in the house, but it needs everyone to be inside before it can activate. Now once everyone turns it on, the house kind of automatically closes all the doors, it locks itself up, so everyone's inside. And I suppose, you know, you can make it that if someone's outside, they get teleported back inside. But anyway, everyone gets pushed inside, and a white light flashes, and then you go outside and you're on the big battlefield where the Keepers and Apothicon War is about to take place, or is taking place. So you've been transported there, and this is where like the majority of the map is, you know. It's kind of like Moon, where you start off in one place and then you end up in a completely different other place. So yeah, we get taken to this big battlefield, and it's a semi-open area, but it's got a lot of mounds and debris that kind of blocks off certain areas, but it's pretty much like inside like a mountain range, if you know what I mean. Like you've got mountains kind of surrounding it, or at least the sides of it, and you can see the castle that you see in that picture in Der Eisendrache. And you know, the main enemies are of course the Apothicons. You're going to see Magwars, you're going to see Meatballs, you're going to see Parasites, and you'd probably see the giant Kraken beast that you see in Shadows of Evil. I don't know if I'd have him there like right away. Maybe at a certain point, you know, the Apothicons summon it. It could be during the egg, it could be after a certain round, but you know, just to kind of add to that sense of dread, like, oh shit, they're bringing in the big guns now. So we'll probably also see like a new type of Apothicon. I don't know what it would be, but I imagine like there's going to be more than the types of Apothicons we saw in Shadows of Evil. There'd have to be like other monsters and all that kind of crap. We'd probably also see the Overlord type characters like Shadowman. People like him, I don't think he'd be the only one. He did say Overlords, so you know, there'd have to be multiple kind of big bosses. Of course, we do have the zombies as well, and I imagine like in the background or occasionally you'll have the Keepers and the army that fights with them, the Templars. You know, you'll see them occasionally, and I don't know if you'd be able to hurt them or not. Maybe you could, maybe you couldn't, but it just really adds to the atmosphere that, like, you know, they're fighting or whatever. I don't know what their eye color would be though. I mean, I'd say yellow because it was like that in Shadows of Evil, but I mean, we also have to find out whether like it's Samantha controlling them, or if they're going to go red like Mob of the Dead and Gorod Krovi. It's not going to be blue. I don't think it'll be blue like Black Ops 2, or maybe they could even go for some uniqueness, put in some green or something like that. We don't really know. But yeah, as I said, it's just kind of like a big battlefield, and it's just kind of, if you imagine it like Origins, but there's not as many buildings in the area. There's more kind of slopes, not like little trench holes or whatever. Now at some point, I'm not sure how you would do it, but I feel like you'd go back inside the house, you could teleport back to the spawn area back in the forest. I'm not sure why you'd go back. You could probably maybe have Pack-a-Punch there, or something there that's of importance for the place to go back to. But yeah, you'd go there, and I'd also say like when you get towards the end of the Easter egg, when you have to fight the big boss, be that Monty or Maxis or Richtofen, or you know, whoever they want to make it or whatever they want to make it, you would have to go in the house and it teleports to a new location. Now, I haven't thought of what this location would be. Maybe it's in pitch black, a bit similar to Der Eisendrache with the final boss fight. Maybe it's just like on a giant field of grassy plains like Majora's Mask with the children on the moon. But it's the last map. It's meant to put brackets on the storyline, so it's got to be an epic battle. And I think, you know, teleporting to a very special place would be pretty interesting. Maybe they can make it like the crazy place in Origins, I guess. But yeah, that's just an idea I've had about what it's going to look like. It's probably going to not be anything like that at all, but I would just love if they gave some significance to this forest, you know, and it'd be cool to actually play in that area. You know, it's a 3D modeled area. They could easily turn that into a map. At least custom zombies will, but it'd be cool if they made it an official like area you could play in. Anyway, regardless of whether, you know, it happens or not, I'm super excited and happy for Revelations for DLC 4. I can't wait to see how it turns out and whether it's going to kind of live up to the hypeness and epicness that, you know, Moon and Origins have. Anyway, guys, what do you think Revelations is going to look like? I'll catch you guys later. Cheers!